How do you think you done?
No, 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 no.
Go right on the roundabout, third exit.
Hi guys, welcome back to Drive London. I'm Rohit, this is Anish. We're about to do a mock test. This is Anish's second mock test. He came to us as a complete beginner and we've been doing lessons since after COVID, so that's been the last couple of months or so. He has a test in this week, so in a couple of days. And the last two mock tests that we did with him weren't great. I mean, the first one wasn't great, the second one was better, and hopefully this one's a lot better. Now this is a route that he hasn't covered much, so we're going to see how he performs on it, okay? So just to remind you how the test works, it's going to last for 40 minutes. During those 40 minutes, we're going to keep following the road ahead, unless I ask you to turn left or right. There'll be one manoeuvre and possibly the emergency stop, and one show me and one tell me question, okay? But I'm going to get you to follow the sat-nav for the whole duration of this test, so we can follow this test route, okay? So for you guys, whenever he makes any serious mistakes or dangerous mistakes, will be in red at the top here. Any minors, anything advisory, in amber, and anything he does well, in green. Okay? Alright, good. So before we actually go off though, I want us to practice this car park here. It's a really difficult car park. It's basically the Southall test into car park. It's on a weird angle. And now we haven't practiced coming in from here. We've done the other side. So we'll just have a quick go and you guys can take a look at how it's done. And then once we come out of the test center car park, the test starts.
Yeah,
okay?
sure. Yeah.
Alright, good. We'll get the car on. So I may talk a little. Actually, your test is going to start from here because you're going to have to go in and out of that test center car park anyways, okay? So what we're going to do is we're basically going to go into that car park, make a U-turn, and then come out this way. I want to be driving this way down this road.
Yeah, sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, start whenever you're ready. Turn right into the car park. Just left into this. And then I'd like us to make a U-turn. So not bad, but you got a little close to the right side, yeah? Okay. I know I told you right now, but it's for you guys to know. He turned in well. He just should have just kept it a little bit more straighter than turning a bit more too much to the right. Anyways, make a U-turn here.
We go right side.
And we're going to turn left. Okay, I'm going to follow the sat-nav thereafter now, okay?
Yeah.
At the end of the end of the road, turn left. Turn left.
To ask you that tell me question,
Yeah.
get you to do it on the go. Could you tell me how you would check to see if your indicators are working correctly?
We need to on the hazard lights, and we need to walk around the car, and we need to check as the 6 lights are working or not.
Thank you.
After 200 yards, go right on the roundabout, 3rd exit. Go right on the roundabout, 3rd exit.
Pull over and park in a safe place for me, please. Thank you, and drive on whenever you're ready.
At the end of the road, turn left, then turn right. Turn left, then turn right. Turn right, then, at the end of the road, turn left.
like us to pull over and park just after the learner car.
At the end of the road, turn right.
Don't worry about the driveways on this occasion. So anywhere on the left here will do. Okay, thank you, and drive on whenever you're ready.
At the end of the road, turn right. Turn right. 300 yards, go right on the roundabout, 3rd exit. Go right on the roundabout, 3rd exit. Take the exit. After 300 yards, go right on the roundabout, 3rd exit. Go right on the roundabout, 3rd exit. Take the exit, then sharp left. Sharp left.
When it's safe to do so, I'd like you to turn on your rear demister for me, please. Thank you.
After 100 yards, go left on the roundabout, 1st exit. Go Go left on the roundabout, first exit. Cross the roundabout, second exit, then turn right. Cross the roundabout, second exit, then turn right. After 200 yards, turn right. Then, at the end of the road, turn left.
Sorry, it's not here, it's actually further up, sorry, ignore that part.
Turn right. Then, at the end of the road, turn left.
So we're going to take the next road on your right.
Turn left. Then, at the end of the road, turn right.
Okay, pull over and park in a safe place for me, please.
After 200 yards, turn right. Then, you have reached your destination.
At the end of the road, we're going to turn left. So ignore the sat nav. Then I'd like us to pull over and park just before the next park car on your left. Just there. Don't worry about the driveways.
Turn right.
That's great, thank you. And now I'd like you to use this car in front to reverse parallel park within 2 car spaces without touching the curb. Okay? Start whenever you're ready. So we're parallel parking.
Yeah, sorry.
Gonna wait for that car, he's just trying to overtake. I think he's waiting for you. Yeah, you done?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and then I'd like us to drive on again for me, please. straight ahead. And we're going to take the next left.
Turn around when possible.
And I'd like us to pull over and park just before the white car on the left. Just before. There should be enough space there. You might have to get a little bit close to the white car, but it's fine. Don't worry about the driveway. That's great, thank you. Okay, and I'd like us to secure the car and turn off the engine. And give me a second. That brings us to the end of our test. Give me one moment. How do you think you've done?
No. No. No.
No.
Yeah.
Didn't pass? No? Okay, yes. I agree.
Because
Gone.
I did line without line in the roundabout. I changed the line.
Okay.
Yeah, and the bus is going to the left. I did not wait for the bus, and I went to the cycle lane as well. But the cycle lane is, I couldn't see the cycle line there, so I think so. I went to the cycle line maybe.
Don't remember cycle lane.
Yeah.
Cycle lane?
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe the line I can see from far, so maybe I don't know what's
Okay, I'm going to talk you through the mistakes. Yeah, unfortunately you got 5 serious mistakes. Well, 4 serious mistakes and 1 dangerous. Let's go through these first. Okay, so let's start with the parallel park that we just did. Unfortunately, it gave you a serious mistake for your, well, not even a serious, a dangerous fault for your observations. There was a vehicle behind the black Mercedes. He's trying to overtake. You just missed him, and he was just about to overtake, and he's like right behind us because he was in a meeting situation trying to give way to those oncoming cars, and I could see him starting to move and trying to overtake, and you're still reversing there, so that could cause an accident. At that point I had to tell you to stop, and then eventually he kind of froze for a second, then he overtook and went. But yeah, your observations needs to be a little bit better. I know it was busy there, but this can be the situation in your test. So there's parked cars on both sides, really hard for oncoming cars. It puts the pressure on, but you still got to be able to deal with that safely. Okay, and I just felt like we just missed those cars there. Okay, and even when you started the maneuver, you started reversing back 2 car spaces for some reason, which we only do on the right side. And then I reminded you that we're going to do the parallel park, which is good, but then you didn't look around properly before moving off again. So just make sure you look around and then start going. Okay, and then I gave you a serious mistakes for signals correctly. We came up to a roundabout close to the end of the test. We came up to a roundabout where the sat-nav said go straight ahead, second exit. Now there's a road on the left approaching the roundabout. You put your left signal on. Now you've kept this left signal on all the way up until the roundabout.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And then you've entered the roundabout with the left signal on. It even turned off at one point. I was like, oh great, it turned off, you know, but you reapplied the left signal and then you entered the roundabout. Now where are people going to assume you're going?
Yeah.
Left first exit. And instead we went straight ahead second exit, which makes it a serious
because
mistake.
I confused, because the roundabouts we have 2 lines. The left is left, the right one is go straight.
Yeah.
So when I am on the left line, so I'm a little bit confused that I need to go other right line, again I need to go straight, so it's all messed with that time. So
yeah, you just got confused with the markings and which lane to be in, but then your signals are completely incorrect.
Wrong,
yeah, because even if you're moving to the right lane, because the left was a left only, you should have kept a right signal on if you're moving into that lane. But you don't even need a signal there. It's one lane splitting, just check your mirrors, keep over to your right and into that lane. Okay, so you got a serious mistake for signals correctly there. Response to road markings, we were inside the roundabout, where there's on a really big roundabout, we just come off a 40 road and it said turn right, third exit. Now you moved over to the right lane very late there, little, okay, and not even the right lane, you moved over to the second to right lane. Do you remember that? Okay, and then we entered the roundabout, and that lane was for straight ahead only, and this is what you're talking about, change, and then you changed the lane. but the problem was that you had your right signal on, and you're using a lane which is to go straight ahead only. That's the mistake there. So you're using the incorrect lane to be turning right from. You should have been in the furthest right lane if you was turning right on that roundabout. Only if that road, as you come up to the roundabout, if that middle lane, so the lane that we were in, not exactly to the far right, if that had a right arrow as well, then you could use that lane to turn right. If that doesn't have a right arrow, it's only going to be the right side. Okay, so whenever the right lane splits as well, if the middle one has the right arrow, then you can use it. If not, it's just going to be the far right. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yep. Response to traffic lights. Yeah, we just took our eyes off the traffic lights for a second. At that point, it was still safe for us to stop. It's a busy junction, that as well. I didn't want us to go kind of rushing through that. It was safe to stop. There was no one behind us. I waited and waited and waited, and then I didn't wait that long, but by the time I did respond, I know it felt quite sharp, but it was still safe for us to stop at that point. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a serious mistake for response to traffic lights. And then your last one is junctions turning right. Just at the end here, when we turned back onto Allenby Road, onto the test center road, yeah, we were on the main road there, and we were doing a right turn. There's a person coming from in front, yeah, there's a big enough gap. However, in the new road that we're trying to turn into, there's a pedestrian crossing the road. Yeah, he's walking across. Now, as you start turning, you've seen this person, you start slowing down for him. But as you're slowing down for this person, you're also slowing down the traffic from up ahead. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to pick up the fact that, okay, the gap's big enough, but are there any obstacles which are going to slow me down? And on that occasion, there was someone crossing the road, and I had to say sorry to that person for making them slow down in order for us to turn into that road.
Yeah.
Do you understand all the faults? Those are your serious mistakes. Yep. You got 18 other minors. Okay. Now the minors I'm a bit stricter on, but let's quickly go through those. Okay. So with the reverse park, just the control, we had to go backwards and forwards quite a bit in order to park the car. The show me questions and the tell me question was fine. I was happy with those. Well done. Gears, control of your gears. I think you could have gone into third gear at some points, and fourth gear. And sometimes you're driving at a high speed, but you're staying in a lower gear.
Yeah, in
On the
dual
dual
carriageway,
carriageway, and on even the side roads as well. When you're doing 20 miles per hour, the road is clear. Try getting up into third gear.
Yeah.
Only marked it down once. It was on the dual carriageway, and as soon as I marked it down, you put it into fourth gear. But yeah, control of your steering. Control of your steering. I can't remember that one. Okay, but somewhere we must have lost a little bit of control of the steering. Yeah. Moving off safely. Just here, we're not here. The maneuver that we did, you didn't look around before moving off. Moving off for control. At one point, you're moving off with the handbrake on. Yeah. Response to road markings. I gave that as a minor and a serious mistake. So the minor was. I can't remember half of these minors. When it's too many, I've done too many mock tests. But somewhere where you can actually so when you're looking at when you're driving, just make sure you're going into the correct lanes. That's what it was. We came out of Southall Broadway, and we're going downhill, and there's one lane splits into 3 lanes. The markings are very faint there, and I understand this is why I only marked it down as a minor. But the lane we drifted over, so we know we always keep left to go straight ahead, so you kept all the way to your left, but that was a left only into Curry's and the car park, the retail park. But the road markings are very faint there, so we understand. Okay, but try looking out for them as best as possible. Okay. Turning right, this could have been a potential serious. I gave you a serious mistake already. There's another time. Oh yeah, so when we're turning right at that junction when we're going on to Southall Broadway, where it's really busy. It was a bit messy. So we kind of came out, and the way you tilted the car, it looked like you was going to turn onto the wrong side of the road. Yeah, so the way you should have positioned to turn right is just stay in a straight line. You started coming up to the junction and started tilting over to your right. By you doing that, you're going to end up making a turn more on the right side of the road. Does that make sense? And it makes it harder for cars to turn in.
Near the high street you're talking about? Yeah,
the high street. Yeah, where it was really busy.
Yeah,
and then you came out halfway, and also I gave you a minor there for pedestrian crossings. So there's a person that was looking to cross the road. Now there's a car in front of us, you've sped up so quickly that the old man and the woman is just looking at us like, okay, like we're not gonna go, like, but you could have just been a little bit slower. Now we do have priority. However, if there's loads of traffic, they kind of know you're not going to be able to make no progress. So maybe just keep it a little bit slower there. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure if there's a car in front of us or not. But
no, they walk around the car.
Yeah, eventually they walked around, but just a bit slower when you initially came up. Yes, we're going to go, but if it's safe, and think about what they're thinking. If there's loads of traffic, they're thinking about crossing this way. Okay. What else was there? Judgment of overtaking. We came behind a bus. Now it's a straight road. I could see from where I was sitting it was clear. You must be able to see it was clear. We should have just overtaken. Instead we're stopping and waiting up and holding up traffic at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. Lane discipline. Oh yes, so we came up to a set of traffic lights where the sat nav said turn right. There was 2 lanes turning right.
Yeah, 2 lanes turning right, because I'm on the left, because we go to the left line. That's why I have waited for this lifeline line. Yeah?
So you went into the left lane, which is correct, but when we made the turn, there's buses parked on the left side. So you decided to go into the overtaking lane. Now you did check your mirrors, but at that point it's really difficult to start changing lanes that second. So just a little bit slower. I felt like you rushed it, basically.
I need to wait, right?
Just a little bit. Just kind of slow it down. Make sure you, and because you're on a turn there, I would kind of check my blind spot, because your mirrors are going to show a weird position of the road because you're turning. Yeah. So just kind of keeping it a little bit slower, making sure it's 100% safe, and then turning. Like I said, it was safe. You did look, but I felt like you just rushed it a little. Okay, because you straight away when you turned in, kind of rushed a mirror check and just went into the right lane, but we initially started in the left lane. Okay, so staying in that lane, making sure it's 100% safe, and then moving over. Okay, I already spoke about the pedestrian crossing. Normal stops, I got you to pull over and park a few times. On 2 occasions, you parked in front of a driveway. Now, the places you were initially parking is actually good. There are places to park, but then you're going a bit too far forward and going into the actual driveway. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Planning and awareness. Now on 2 occasions, so both big roundabouts that we approached, you're approaching to, you're moving over to the right very late. Okay, so I know you're following the sat nav and you wait until she speaks. However, if you wait every single time she speaks, you're gonna have no time to move over. That's what's tending to happen.
I did mistake with I need to look for the sign off. Just I wait for this voice. Just need to right turn, take 3rd exit.
Yeah, you don't wait just for the voice. So we also look at the sat nav as well. So as soon as you're coming up to a roundabout, if you see the sign, there's a roundabout approaching, so a warning sign or the roundabout itself, start thinking, which lane do I need to be in? Where am I going on the sat nav? And we always look at the top bar there. That's going to tell you where where your direction is.
For the moment,
yeah, so don't wait until she speaks. So as soon as you see warning signs, get into the appropriate lane. One of the roundabouts you moved over so late, I was like, if there was another car there, you'd just be stuck in the middle lane. But you managed to move over, you adjusted your speed well, and we got over. Okay, good. Do you understand all the mistakes? Yeah. Okay, just a bit more work. We have one more lesson. We just need to look at your maneuver again. We'll work on these roundabouts a little bit more, making sure we kind of plan on approach better, and then also these traffic lights, just making sure we keep an eye on them, and your signals, just knowing which signal to use and what not to use. Okay, all right, great. So best of luck to Anish. We'll let you know if he passes or not. But like I said, in general, you do have a good drive. You handle the car quite well. It's just we need to work a little bit more. The whole purpose of these are to identify the faults and work on them in upcoming lessons. Okay, best of luck to Anish, and we'll see you guys on the next mock test.